I did select
Always
the
fun
track.
to try new things, or in some cases, to have new things tried for you.
I'm tried. No matter what, I'm tried.
Yeah,
Hey, you ready, boo boo?
yes.
Hello, you sugar beet.
Hi, little rainbow Lisa Frank friend.
I'm such a little rainbow Lisa Frank friend. Oh no, I have effectively walled off Bear. Hang on.
Oh no.
It happened.
What? The
It
squish?
happened organically.
Nice.
Oh my god.
One more time
Uh,
for the fans. I can't hear it on this side now.
I bet you it's because our Google Meet is like, that's not a real sound.
Oh, that's really funny. Well, I'm glad I got to experience it before. No, it sounded like a whoosh.
Really?
Yeah, I can't hear it.
So goofy.
Wild.
I'm literally sitting on a rubber chicken, which Lillian cannot hear because the AI wants to cut out hilarity, which is so unfair.
That has become, as I understand it, a thing on the rise at kink events where people want to beat or get beaten by a rubber chicken. And it's becoming, are you crossing the line now with consent of bringing your crazy noise of your weird chicken stuff? Not, I won't say weird. You're perfectly normal in the right context chicken stuff.
With your very niche chicken
With the
stuff.
sound pollution of this cottage industry interest. Yes, correct.
Cottage industry.
It is
Oh my god.
when all of the neurospices are blended together.
I thought you were going to say something about AI really traipsing through kink and kind of accidentally ruining shit. Although I'm sure not no.
Oh, I don't have any news on how that's in fact. Oh, well, that's not entirely true. I belong to this group. I came in with the most wholesome stories today.
Oh, hooray. Yes, please.
I belong to this group called I Made It in Canva or something. It's on Facebook.
Okay.
And it was people like showing their tutorials or like things that they had, normal design stuff. And then as soon as all of the AI stuff started coming out, it was a very hilarious like sharing of prompts and like, how do I make this look like this? And then someone being like, here's the worst version of it, and I'm real proud of it. And then people would be like, well, okay, but also like very sweetly telling people that their creations from AI looked like shit.
For sure.
And then the other day, I found the best post I've ever seen in my life. This woman making money or claiming to make money off of AI feet pictures. And apparently,
Fucking brilliant.
and by apparently, I mean my footnotes are all comments in this group, so I did not fact check any of this.
Oh my
But-
god, I want to go to there.
But apparently OnlyFans, it has good AI detection. So if you are a real person and you try to start an OnlyFans with AI content, you will get kicked off the platform. However, because there's apparently a market for AI porn, there's a whole other OnlyFans now of create. I wish you could see your face.
Holy shit.
It's like it's like OnlyFans AI / her, the movie.
Yikes.
And I don't know. Like, seems like a way better side hustle than Young Living. I was also very impressed because the last time I like popped my head into the world of AI was when I was like, how come you can't make a centaur? And at the time, the number of hands were usually right, but the number of fingers and toes on things were not correct. And I would have to bet that the urgency of the foot porn consumer And probably that representation and whoever is helping hone the AI got us to toes, correct number of toes. Probably, we probably still can't make centaurs, but I bet toes is on it every time now. Toe perfection. I hate
bring
it here.
in Chuck Tingle on this.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Bless that.
God bless Chuck Tingle.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the one thing that I love about AI is that because I think it's always going to be a little too perfect, right?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like, fingers and toes and, like, all the other crazy shit that AI, kind of bungles in its tech garble. But, like, what I mean is everything just looks a little too airbrushed. Because everything we are putting out there right now is fucking airbrushed.
Mm-hmm,
These faces that have just been remastered, like... I hate to say this. I hate to acknowledge this. Khloe Kardashian... I don't know anything about her except that Khloe Kardashian and I were born like hours apart. And so when you go to see like who has my exact birth chart placements, basically, it's me and her, and many millions of other people, I'm sure. But like, it is me and her in the limelight. And so I'm like, I could use a different parallel, but okay. But like, apparently she also just turned 41 and like debuted a whole new face.
Oh, how exciting.
Because this is like a family for whom, they normalized and commodified it, but also like for whom it's recreation. And it's not like... It's not like make me look like myself. It's like just totally reinvent me into like a mixed ethnicity Barbie doll.
Yeah, a Bratz doll.
Yes, totally. I remember being mad about that when I was like 15 years old. When they came out, when Bratz dolls came out, I think I was in high school, and I was like, we think Barbie is like a bad role model, but this is otherworldly. I don't want this to be influencing people. And like, here we are in hell. Khloe Kardashian debuted this in a whole new face, and it just looks like so impossibly quote unquote perfect. It looks so impossibly cover of an AI magazine. And their whole family is doing this, and then on top of it, like, everybody, so many people who just want to look like that, who learned that that's their ideal. So all we're putting out into the world right now as humans is like airbrushed perfection, big quotes around perfection, and that's what AI thinks that we are at this point. And so the one thing that I love is that AI is never going to get the real nitty gritty. And I think on the flip side, it's going to make real nitty gritty people all the more important to see, all the more craved for. Basically, because I'm so tired of everybody looking like they were made by Pixar, whether that is someone who actually did that to their face, or whether that is AI's imprint upon something, whether it created it all itself or like even filters, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I don't know.
I do not like it.
I don't know, but I do know I don't like it.
I don't like it. No, I don't.
Would you like to hear about
yes,
a very low AI weekend?
Oh, God, yes, please. Would I like to hear about the simultaneously dorkiest, horniest thing that's ever happened?
I have to tell you,
absolutely.
I feel like barbershop is pretty devoid of horniness. Like, it is, at least on its surface, as platonic of a thing I've ever seen. And also, at these conventions, there's simply not enough time for people to hook up. I can't imagine. Like, it's exhausting. You're like
totally
running around the whole time.
Totally. But
and
I
if
would
you're
say
competing,
that
then you're also rehearsing like 6 to 8 hours while you're there.
I feel like it's not resulting in more horny things happening off stage, but I feel like the horniness on stage seems
that's
to be
ramped up.
going up.
Okay, yes. So my husband is a competitor in a barbershop choir, and you say quartet, is that what you mean? And yes, there are quartets who compete, but there's a lot of choirs with like over 100 people in them. I forget what their number was, like probably 80, I think, this time. So they still have a decently sized group. Maybe it was 60. But regardless, they came in. There were 39 competitors. And Don's choir, which is significantly small, it was probably closer to 60, way smaller than the biggest choir that was on stage and way smaller than the folks that came in the top three, came in number 8. Number 8.
Oh my God!
Out of 39. Yeah.
Gotham! So good!
Yes, it's really great.
Fucking incredible.
And Voices, which is the treble choir, came in 19, so not a bad showing. And theirs was really fun and made a lot, like, people chose, I don't want to go into the whole thing, but there was a brand new quartet who came out of this area very visibly queer, bucking a lot of, not bucking a lot of conventions, but like, there are restrictions to things in barbershop that like make it barbershop. There's like little things. There isn't one definition, but there are an amalgam of things that make a shape that is a barbershop music.
They make the music very gendered because of how the chords fit together and the vocal parts fit together. Is that what you mean?
No, I mean, like, you have to have a certain kind of, you have to use the seventh chords in a certain way. They are following the letter of the law in the things that they put on the stage, but because some of their stuff is a little racier and it doesn't look like a comedy quartet where a guy drops his pants and he's wearing heart boxers, right? Yes. That is technically someone stripping on stage.
Yeah.
But that is like a tried and time-honored thing. There are a lot of historical lyrics that are problematic, but because it's either couched in something else or because it is like, I am a man and I can't resist a lady. Like, that's mostly what it is. Like, my wild Irish rose, like, one day she'll let me take the bloom off that flower or something like that.
Yikes.
Like, yeah. But unless you're really listening to it, like, when a lot of these have been rolled out to me, I was like, wait, what's wrong with... Oh.
Yeah.
So they did a number, anyway, whatever. They've caused a stir about the things that some of them wore on stage, and there was a word that they didn't even say in a song, I think it's just called Air Conditioner, that is on the Sutton Foster, like one of Sutton Foster's solo albums. So like, imagine how racy it could be.
Right, yeah.
The answer is not. It's the song's basically like, I won't go home with you if you don't have an air conditioner. I don't care how big your apartment is. I don't care how big your ego is.
What a great competition song.
I don't care how big your... Like, they don't even say anything. They're just... It's just like a look, which is... It implied the word dick.
Sure.
And they got points off for being in bad taste or not in good taste or something like that last year.
Come on, that's so normal for barbershop, especially for quartets.
But they're not used to seeing it out of that packaging.
Definitely.
Does that kind of thing land differently when someone's got breasts and a low-cut dress, right, or when someone's wearing a bow tie and a hat with a spinny thing on the top, you know?
Yes, yes, for sure. Right.
It's different context. Anyway, overwhelmingly, the larger choirs, I saw more than 3 or 4 who presented something that had a commentary on how they felt that went last year, like the fairness or unfairness or the misogyny that's been creeping up. I want to say again, and we've talked about this, I'm sure, last year, this group is enormously the most loving, accepting sample size group of cis men that I've ever seen in my entire life. There are also a lot of older, cranky, white cis men who are like, I can't believe what my eyes are hearing. And a lot of them have been very brazen to the point of harassing the people in this other quartet. Wow. Anyway, there were a bunch of people who as a group chose to put things on the stage this time, challenging these tropes and this harassment that's come up. And it was really, really cool to see so many different groups choosing to take what is now, I mean, it's a risk.
Was it basically like the end of the Birdcage when all the Republicans go in drag?
Oh my God, that's hilarious. No. I think that would have to come from a very different place. But like Sirens did Some Like It Hot, where there's a line that's like, if Manny wants to go with Danny or something like that, then it's their own business. I forget what the lyric is, but it was a lot of like, times are a-changin', things are more modern. The group Parkside out of Hershey, Pennsylvania, the Treble group, came out all in like punk rock stuff, and there were at least 5 performers who had like a black bra with a see-through shirt on top.
Yes. Serve it to us, Central Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and they came in either just above or just below Dawn's group. And they're a small group, and they're mostly, like, I believe, all femme presenting people. But
and when you say treble, that's when you mean that a choir can be mixed gender and mixed sex, right? It's not all...
So now the terminology is generally treble for a group that's mostly women, mixed for a group that's a mix of genders where you can't put your finger on it, and then a bass group there's still a bunch that were all men.
Got it. So are the treble groups not competing in Sweet Adelines anymore?
A lot of them are coming over because there's all kinds of stuff in Sweet Adelines. Like there's groups that you as a group get to choose what you want to do, but if you don't become the group that makes everybody wear all Spanx, then you might get a comment saying that like people in your group were wearing things that were unflattering.
Oh no! So they're going over to what was known as Spebsqua.
The more liberal groups seem to be.
Exciting! What a really thrilling change of the guard.
It was a wonderful time. Denver was beautiful. We got to see an old friend of the family from Don's family.
Nice.
I haven't been in that altitude in a very long time, and it is weird.
It's rough.
But the most wholesome thing that happened was on the plane ride home. And Don likes the window seat. I hate the middle seat. I'll take the window seat. I don't want the middle. So I now do the aisle, and he'll do a window. So then whoever is in between us, it's pretty funny because we usually like load in and don't really say anything until maybe the middle of the flight, when I'll lean over the stranger next to me and offer Don some candy.
Right.
And this person's like, what? So we both conked out for most of the flight. On the way home, there was this lovely lady in between us who was wearing the cutest pink cowboy boots I've ever seen in my whole life. She was very sweet. She said hi when I sat down. And she ordered Prosecco when they came around to do drinks. And so then there's like a bit of a credit card exchange, or at least a conversation, because you have to show your app or something. So the flight attendant hands her the wine, and he says, "Oh, I would normally say thank you, Mrs. So-and-so, but I don't think that I can pronounce that name." And then she says, "Don's last name."
No way.
And I said, I'm sorry. You just said blah, blah, blah. And she said, yeah. And I said, is that your last name? And she said, yeah, it's really unusual. I don't think there's any more of us in the United States. And I said,
that's so crazy.
I said,
no way.
That is his last name.
We are all potato heads here.
So then we just had a marvelous conversation, and like, so Don's dad found out not too long ago that he's half Ashkenazi, and this woman has married into this family name, and their family, the side that comes with that last name, had kids that were hidden in France. Like their family has like a very clear lineage and history of hiding from the Nazis, and that's how they survived with that name. So if Don's dad didn't even know that he was Jewish until a couple of years ago, there's a hot chance that like we are like directly related to those people.
Yeah, I would imagine
if the kids got split up and like put into safe houses and stuff.
Absolutely.
Anyway, that was really cool. I will say I kind of wish that we had like we made this great discovery. We had this very like emotional conversation, and then had another hour and a half on the plane to try to like chat around that, and that was a little bit it was a lot for the amount of awake that I was.
I bet.
How was your weekend? How's things been going for you? Sorry, that was a lot of info dump.
No, I loved it. I miss barbershop conventions so much.
It was so fun. Oh my gosh, the top 10 choirs, quartets were it was absolutely thrilling. Like the AIC show where they bring back people who have won gold medals in the past. That was amazing. And then also they did a tribute to the Buffalo Bills, which is the quartet that's featured in the movie of Music Man. They're like of a very small handful of barbershop choirs where you might have actually heard their name before if you weren't in this world. And it was so wonderful. And our friends who were in the top 10, they came in 10th. But it's hard to complain because like every single group, every single song that was in that finals round was just like singing straight through my heart. It was
and it feels like you're on a vibrating table.
Oh, yes, it absolutely does. Oh, it was great.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Wait, before we leave this moment, I need you to tell me what you like wanted to exclaim once the song started, that like competition choices that were super creative, or like no fucking way they arranged this for barbershop.
Oh, for the songs. Yes, there was a Hoobastank song.
Amazing. No way.
And now I can't remember what it was, but it went perfectly. It was perfect. Yeah, no, it was great. I don't know. Google what's the most popular Hoobastank song, and that's probably what it's going to be.
Let's see here.
It's a ballad.
The Reason?
Yep.
And the reason is you?
And the reason is you. Yeah.
Oh, I could see that working.
Not a perfect person.
Wow. I can actually see that working really, really well.
Yeah, it was this group called the Newfangled Four, who you would love. They're wonderful.
Oh, my God. Exciting.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, there's no reason for me not to say the names of our friends that have the controversy. It's like Smoke Ring. It's like the best known thing that's happening right now.
And then they ended up placing pretty high.
They got into the top 10 and they placed 10th. But they were everything. The scores were so close. Like they were so high and so close. And then there's a Swedish group called Lemon Squeezy, Scandinavian, not Nordic, something. They're in the snobs Nordic group. Lemon Squeezy, and they had apparently taken a couple of years off or something, so they were back, and they did Popular from Wicked, and then they took a song from Book of Mormon that's like, have you heard about the great American prophet? But they said, have you heard about the Scandinavian quartet?
Cute. That's very cute.
That's basically like, oh my gosh, like, where did they come from? They're so, it was very, very cute and silly.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever...
Musically perfect. Go on.
Yes. Right. Has anyone ever nerded out and told you why the Scandinavian groups are so good?
No. Tell me.
Okay. Scandinavian groups are naturally going to be better than anyone else because of the way that they speak their words. And so, like, their resonating surfaces, I shit you not.
Wow.
They're resonating surfaces in their speech just by virtue
Evolution.
of speaking Swedish, Finnish, or Norwegian. I think one of those three. Maybe there's more. Probably like Dutch too, to a certain extent. But yeah, they know how to activate resonators that for certainly English speakers, like, is so difficult for us to match.
That's amazing. Of course, that totally makes sense.
So their sound is just going to be, it's just going to be stronger because of all of the weird stuff that lives right here.
This is getting a little racist.
This is the thing.
That makes a lot of sense. That's really funny. Yeah, I was actually wondering that. And similarly, there is there weren't any groups from the Philippines, but Filipino folks are known for having incredible voices. Like, I've heard multiple people, even multiple people from different Asian backgrounds say, well, of course she sings like that. She's Filipino. Yes. And I'm like, what a cool, if you're going to have a stereotype.
It's so true. It's so true.
So I was wondering if there's something like physically
also there. It's certainly in the culture. Like, yeah, great singers are in the culture of the Philippines for sure.
And this group came in third. They competed, I believe, for the first time in internationals 2 years ago, and they didn't compete last year, but they had, I think some people still came over. It's a group from New Zealand called Pacific Connections, or just One Connection possibly. They incorporate a lot of indigenous stuff into their music, including like even the people in the stands cheering do like cheers in their yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's so cool. And they did I forget what they did for their ballad, but their up tempo was a Moana medley, and it was incredible. And they came in third. They got third place. So for them to like to have this group to then go into a barbershop like lane and just what would make you, if you have all these talented people who are doing this other thing anyway, somebody was like, I love this enough to let's see how we can take what we have and put it into this, and then within 3 years be a title holder, like. And they're so nice and fun and sweet, and they came into the Afterglow and just like threw down with like 3 or 4 native songs and drums and stuff. Oh my god, it was so great.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, in like the lobby of this Hyatt at 2:00 in the morning.
Hell yeah. Oh my god. That's so wonderful.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. So it was like, yeah, there was a ton of really uplifting stuff. And when Smoke Ring took the stage for their finals, they did a version of, do you know the song from Chicago, Whatever Happened to Class?
Yes.
Whatever happened to good morals and fine standing or what? Yeah, basically like the world's going to hell in a handbasket. And like how can we maintain our decent way of life when people are coming in here and making all these changes? Yeah, it was great.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I would also like to offer that for every subsequent year, I am the exact right person to sit in between you and Dawn on a plane. And despite not being another potato head, there is kind of nothing I would love more than to just be, in an amphitheater and like letting that shit vibrate through me.
Oh my
like
God.
Ketamine.
Yes. I think next year's in St. Louis, so
boo.
Not that exciting.
Oh no, I've probably hurt the heart of every Missouri native. I'm sure it's got, Do they still have a trolley?
Are you asking me? I haven't been there yet.
Sometimes you just know shit. You watch a lot of Jeopardy.
That's do watch a lot of Jeopardy. And I still don't exactly know who Thomas Paine was. I do know that if the question's about pamphlets, it's probably Thomas Paine.
See? Slam dunk.
And if you don't know what president, just say Taft, and it's usually right.
Oh my god. Yay! Yay. What a bangerang weekend for you guys.
Yeah. I can't believe we met that lady. Her son actually interviewed. They had a Holocaust survivor in their family, as well as 3 others in their neighborhood in Long Island. And her son, a few years ago, made a little documentary where he interviewed all 4 of these Holocaust survivors. So they shared that with us, and we're gonna take a look at it, just to hear the stories that they told. Did Duncan completely
lose his mind when their father said that they were half Jewish?
That's very funny. No, Duncan is a Semitophile. Is that how one would say?
Yes, totally. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And famously runs the Naughty Jewish Boys calendar. No, I don't remember.
The call was coming from inside the house the whole time.
That is really funny. I don't know if I ever put all that together. That's really great.
I mean, right?
The call was coming from inside the house. Oh, amazing.
So good. Let's see. Okay, first of all, I ended this weekend with an Easter egg. I ended this holiday weekend with an Easter egg that I'm going to put right here with you because I'm not going to tell her yet.
Ooh.
So she'll only know if she listens.
Okay.
Gabby sent me a meme. Was it Gabby who sent it? Or maybe our friend George sent it. Okay, George is going to listen. George, you can't tell her. This has to be the bond. You can't tell her. You can tell her to listen, but you cannot overtly tell her. So I feel like our friend George sent us a meme that was a picture of a of a Target shelf with novelty mugs on it. And one mug, and they're both Halloween, okay? And they're trick-or-treating. And one novelty mug is of a little ghost holding a tiny jack-o'-lantern trick-or-treat pail. Mm-hmm. And the other one is of a pumpkin holding a tiny ghost trick-or-treat pail.
That's so cute.
It's really cute. And I feel like George sent it to us, and George was like, oh my god, this reminds me of how obsessed you two are with each other. Like, of course you have each other's face as your purses. And Gabby immediately, like, reposted it and was like, hell yeah, this is me. And so I was immediately like, Google Lens, where is this? I mean, I don't think they're selling Halloween stuff at Target yet, right? So it's something from the past. It's a relic. So I was able to ferret out and find on consignment sites both of these mugs.
Stop it.
And she does not yet know it, but she is going to be getting one. And I'm going to save the surprise for which one she gets. I asked Jory. I was like, Jory, which one of these is me and which is Gabby? And Jory was like, this one's Gabby. And I was like, okay, great.
That's lovely. That's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say that you got her a purse with your face on it.
I would. I have provided her with so many bags thus far. I just send her the weirdest shit. For my birthday, I sent her a pack of Arizona iced tea branded and flavored lip balms.
That's amazing.
They're so good, Lillian. We'll keep that in mind for all my future gifting for you. They're so good. And I sent them to her, and she, I didn't tell her what was going to be coming. I just Amazoned it to her. And she opened it up, and she's like live cackling and sending me videos and voice notes of like, but here's the best part. I already have these, and they've been gifted by her partner, who she
Oh.
always says is basically the male version of me.
Aw.
We are very similar. So
That's great. Oh my God, great news. Great news.
great news. I
There's
have a
never-
whole plot to hatch.
Never too many lip balms.
No.
You can never, for me, you can never have too many lip balms, and you can never have too many bobby pins.
Ah, yes. Would that my purse were overflowing with them and I wasn't always searching for the same one that I've dropped on the floor 8 times and that I keep not picking up because I'm like, I'll remember it. I don't remember it.
I wish bobby pins were made out of a special metal that you could use a special magnet for, so you could just like
Ooh.
wave it around your house and only pick up the bobby pins.
You know, if the first invention doesn't work out, I think that's going to be a great backup invention.
Fantastic. If the AI foot pics doesn't come through.
Did I tell you? I'm so glad she's not doing this anymore. My mom and I are going to get a second tattoo
Yay.
because it's like a thing now.
Yay.
And she wanted to get a dragonfly, but the picture that she found of the dragonfly that she liked was AI, and it was right. It was like this little cornucopia of like dragonfly and hearts and like tiger lily blossoms. And she's like, "Look how pretty!" And I'm like, "Mom, that's AI." Mom, you can
Yeah,
like what you,
you
like,
don't.
but
You don't want an AI tattoo.
you don't
That's
want
not-
an AI tattoo.
No, take that to a real illustrator and have them. Yes.
Yes. So I was like, Mom, can we agree on? And here's the cool thing for this one. They won't be exactly matching. We're going to get like the same thematic tattoo. Because she was like, but I want something that looks like this. And I was like, okay, I don't want to put that on my body. But we can both get dragonflies.
Sure.
And that feels appropriate. So she agreed that she would like pivot and find something else that she liked that was clearly somebody's human rendering of something.
Okay.
And I found one that I like very much, and I regret that I like it so much because it has a lot of color in it. And I did not at all like having this colored in. It was agony, and it was so itchy. It was the itchiest thing that has ever happened to me. But I do really, 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 really like this dragonfly.
That's great. I love that. Tattoos, the best way that I can explain my experience of tattoos is a pain tickle.
Yeah. Yes.
Where you're like, oh, ow.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I also think that I didn't leave the numbing on long enough. Like I would absolutely double down and like re-up on the pre-color numbing. I feel like the line work I did fine with.
I don't think I know anything about that, but I have my recent one was only line work, so.
Numbing.
Do you put
cream
Ambisol
is
on it or something?
great. I think it's technically lidocaine.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a lidocaine cream, and it's very long lasting. It's got like a 6-hour numbing effect. It was much more impactful for my black line work.
Okay.
And less impactful for my color, and I was just kind of like through the whole color job. But I think with the dragonfly it would also be smaller.
Sure.
This bird is so big.
It's big.
So
She's a
it
big
is.
baby.
It's very big. So yeah. It's the one that I like is quite beautiful. I keep looking for smaller ones that will be simpler, but I just don't like them as much. And I'm like, well, if you're going to get the tattoo,
Sure.
you should like it all the way. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to like it all the way, then it's worth going through the color.
Yeah, of course.
So we'll see. Because I know I want to get one for Bear, and I'm pretty sure it's going to just be line work. So that one should be, less awful to go through. And then there's one that I've been wanting to get for Gabby that is also line work. And then I have like all the tattoos in my head exhausted,
Oh, yeah, of course. Have you noticed, and I'm not saying this to in any way like try to be a cop about it, but um, there are I know that there are things about just getting a pedicure at home where you can't like have someone come to your house and do a pedicure party. Like you're supposed to be in a place that's been like a commercial
Like
kitchen,
OSHA.
like a
Oh,
commercial kitchen kind of situation. So you can have it in if you are a person who does nails from your house, at least in Jersey, you're allowed to do that, but I think that you have to like jump through a handful of hoops to get that done.
interesting.
Like have someone come inspect. I
Is it
believe.
hands and feet, or is this only a foot thing?
Sorry, I'm bringing up feet a lot. I don't know. I don't know. But what I am seeing, which I think is funny, is there's been a ton of pop-up tattoo events lately where people will just come tattoo at a bar. And and like fully no shade to anybody who is down with that. But they're not hiding it, so it can't be against New York regulations. Or if it is, it's
Right.
the least of anybody's problems. It is cool to watch and it's fun to see, and I don't think that that's where I would get my next tattoo. but but is an interesting little bonus. Like weed vendors and pop-up tattoo artists have been popping up at all kinds of events lately. Yeah.
Huh. Huh. I would want a more sterile environment, I feel like.
That is
Right?
I don't, it doesn't bother me what other people do. I'm not like, ew,
For
don't get your
sure.
tattoo juice on me. Like, I don't care about that.
Yeah. Yeah. But, like, yeah, right. If you want to avoid getting sepsis in your new tattoo, maybe this basement that has rats in it is not the best for your aims. Just thinking
I mean,
thoughts.
it's New York, so there's rats everywhere now.
That's true. That
Do you
is
know about
true.
this? It's like worse than ever.
No, sorry. What?
Oh, yeah. The rat situation in New York is like volatile.
Tell me
They've
what is happening. Oh,
they've
no.
started I don't know how you can ensure compliance on this, but they've started forcing people to compost. Like everybody has a compost bin. They've changed the regulations on all of the trash cans for outside, so you can't just like heap piles of just garbage bags outside. So that's good. But the rats are still like eating through the regulated trash cans and compost bins that they've been given. And there's a neighborhood on the Upper West Side that is so beleaguered by rats that they've like started their own action group.
Yikes.
Yeah, about it, to try to figure out how to relieve themselves from rats. Like a woman interviewed was like, every time I walk home at night, I see like 10 rats on my block. 10. That's too many. I think I see one every 2 months. And I and that's not in the subway. And I pay special attention because I wear open-toed shoes like a dork.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. Not the thing you want scuttling over your foot.
Indeed.
Just to speak of feet yet again.
Oh, no. Well, I think that we know the name of this episode, and we should see if we get extra hits.
Yes. Man, AI foot pics. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's interesting to me because I've heard sex workers make arguments about, so I think I told you about the cake sitting thing where I do an act occasionally where I sit in a cake. I think that you could make an argument about wasting food, but that wasn't the argument that I got pushback from. It was, we can tell you're using a store-bought cake, and people who really sit in cakes for people who like to watch that kind of thing make their own cake, and it's part of the thing, and you're not doing it right. And I was like, I don't care.
Okay, hold on. I have to know exactly what little neuron web that itch scratches if the cake itself has been made by the sitter themselves.
So I have to imagine that for some people it is just the witnessing the squish, right? For some people, or feeling it. Like while again, that kink is not my kink, sitting in a cake, I understand why someone would like it.
Definitely.
Because I understand why I don't like that feeling.
Yep.
But it is fun to do on stage, and like it's just people get so excited.
Oh my God, I bet.
But you're so like the paintings I make with my boobs. I only can find like a couple of people who also do that, and when they sell them, they also sell a video of them making the painting. So for the person for whom a tit painting is the target audience, they probably also want to see the mess. So maybe the care that goes into making a nice, beautiful thing that then becomes the mess is part of the erotic spark. You know what I mean?
Right. Or,
it's anticipation.
Yeah, the anticipation, the lead up of watching
Yes.
someone make a cake and being like, I know that's going to be all up in your ass.
Right.
In like 2 hours as soon as it's cooled.
Exactly. Yes.
And you can't feel that way at the ShopRite bakery.
Right.
Or I would love to see a video of ShopRite bakers
God,
knowing where that cake is about to go.
Yay. Yes. And while I fully understand and respect the, there are sex workers who are arguing that the market has become diluted because, for many reasons, like there's ways that you can make money off of sex work or sex adjacent work that aren't as risky as they used to be. Obviously, AI is one of them. I would argue that but like there's very little, I would say, risk of public humiliation, for lack of a better word, or losing your job, or the consequences for taking a foot pic and having someone buy them. Lower risk.
Yeah, definitely.
Lower risk. And also, I'm sure that there has to be more that goes with it. I'm sure that there's a chat that goes with a picture of your feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure it's not just like, here is a picture of my feet. It's like, we probably want to talk about my feet for a minute.
Oh, bummer.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. But even with the AI, what I'm saying is I'm sure that there's still a level of customer service that has to be personalized, right?
For sure. Yes. Now I'm just thinking about how to monetize selling preserved pieces of the cake.
Ew. I mean, kids love that freeze-dried candy. Maybe you can do that with cake.
Astronaut ass cake.
Yes.
Oh, Lillian, can't nobody tell us we are not industrious at the end times.
And then the flip side of that is someone sitting on a bunch of astronaut ice cream sandwiches. But it doesn't go anywhere. It's just like a crunch. And then you have to pick the pieces off of your butt.
Okay, but wouldn't it be crazy if you sat down, rehydrated, and immediately sproinged out of frame because all of a sudden they just like... That
is what you could do on AI.
Yes, totally. And you'd be entirely poreless while it happened.
That is the thing that burns my ass about AI anything, because I spent so much of my youth so worried about my blackheads.
Yes. Totally.
And now everyone is just smooth.
We want something so different. Oh, I have news.
You sure?
It's news. I was going to say it was good or bad. It's neither.
That's sure. That's literally the definition of news.
England. The UK UK has started heavily investigating GLP-1s because they seem to be linked to increased pancreatitis in people who are using them.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh, no.
As someone who recently had a puppy with pancreatitis, let me tell you what that means for a dog. I don't know what it means for humans, but I know what it means for a dog.
Is that the shape of a human, Jen?
Oh, yeah. Yep. A little Care Bear heart.
Yep.
I know what it means for a dog. It means simultaneously barfing and pooping fountains of blood.
Oh my God.
I don't know if it does that in a person. I would never like the occasion to find out.
Oh God.
But
so upset.
yeah, so like on one hand there's a little bit of the good because I'm like, bitch, I knew it. But on the other, I'm like, I don't ever want these things to happen to people.
No, of course not.
So,
right.
Especially not with fat people who I love very much, who I feel are being heavily influenced, exploited and pressured and blah, 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 blah. Either way, good work, England. We are not going to get there yet. And I think this is the fucking shoe that we knew was going to drop.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually happening faster than I thought it would.
Right? Yes, agreed. Also, apparently it makes your teeth rot, too.
No.
Yeah. Yes. In addition to, like, all the crazy shit it does to your face, like, it makes your teeth rot for some reason that I have not yet dove down about.
Ever
Lillian
since I saw
is positive stimming right now to feel better about the terrible thing.
Ever since I saw that Bobby Cannavale movie where he has an autistic son and they talk about how using a makeup brush on your ear stimulates your vagus nerve and calms you down, I do it all the time.
Oh my God.
And it feels so
I auditioned
nice.
for that movie.
What did you say?
I auditioned for that movie.
Oh, I remember that.
To play his agent. It was a great audition.
Oh, wow.
I don't know who booked it.
I don't remember.
I think an older person.
I also like it here, right in the middle.
Oh my God, it's like tiny kitten is just...
Which then I forget if it's supposed to be an old friend or an old girlfriend, but have you seen the movie?
No, I didn't see it yet.
Oh, I loved it, but it's hard for me to know if it's a good movie because I love Bobby Cannavale so much. Like
unreservedly.
I just love him so much.
He's so fucking great.
So he is coming to the terms with the fact that he's like an autistic adult and like seeing all the things his son has is like has a more complicated case, I guess,
sure,
than how he experienced it as a child. But that happens often where it's like runs in the family, but it manifests differently. So more or less he winds up accidentally kidnapping his own son or something like that. So he calls up a woman who was a safe space for him in the past. And I don't remember if it was a girlfriend or just a very close friend. But when they hug, she, and I've only ever seen this, they do it in Frozen real quick. But she just like strokes the little part between his eyebrows and he calms down real quick while they're hugging. And it's so sweet. But that's the other thing. This will, if I can't sleep, this will unplug my brain. Just like touching,
I love that.
just like touching between my eyebrows.
That's so nice.
But also, this is my exclusively ear brush. This is a weirdly Sour Patch Kids branded makeup brush that I got at Five Below in a big pack.
I knew it. I was gonna guess that was a Five Below find. I fucking knew it.
Five Below. I'm glad that my mom didn't live to see Five Below because she was bad enough in a Dollar Tree. She would have lost her mind. Five Below is so full of treasures.
Five Below, Five Below and the dollar store were the worst things that ever happened to my Christmas stocking.
And my mom's favorite thing, I would take something, unwrap something at Christmas, and I would go, oh, and she would go, I couldn't help myself.
I know, Mom.
For whatever the thing was. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
so
know.
aware, Marcia. I remember.
Thank you for getting me a compass shaped like a kiwi.
Yeah.
That's not real, but it's very representative. I don't know. We have never talked about this. The Christmas stockings that my mom would stuff were as tall as me as a child. Like
Oh no.
they were like 3 foot tall, long stockings.
Oh no, Lillian, and they're only full of garbage.
No, some of it was good.
Oh, that's
some of it was
good.
cute. And I will say I do miss the thrill/annoyance of spending upwards of a half an hour just opening a bunch of little doodahs and trinkets in a fury, and then going back and looking at it all later. Like that was
Oh yes.
that was pretty fun. But
That's a fun feeling.
as I got older and had more opinions about things, there was definitely like, why don't you like those socks? And I'm like, I hate socks that are tied at the top and have that weird embroidered shit in the inside. They don't even make socks like that anymore. You know what I'm talking about? Like the cute pattern is on the outside, but when you put your foot in
Yes,
it, you
I
can
know
feel
exactly
a
what you mean.
million pieces of string crossing over because of the embroidery.
Totally.
No one wants that. We're back at feet again.
I have more feet for you. Similarly, a same autism conversation. I saw the most incredible TikTok reel something where, you know, these like Gen Zers and these alpha teenagers are like discovering that their parents are autistic in real time. Like, discovering their parents are on the spectrum. Parents who, like us, never would have been identified or diagnosed or whatever. And so this kid is like, you tell me my dad isn't autistic when he and that's like the caption over the video, and the video is of this man calmly and deliberately explaining to his child that he doesn't have 25 pairs of the same shoes.
You've told me about this.
There's a pair of shoes for working in the kitchen, for going on a walk with the dog, a pair of shoes for when he goes to the market, a pair of shoes for when he's doing the lawn. It is crazy. Y'all, it is the same pair of New Balance sneakers, 25 of them in a row. It is crazy.
But he just uses each. It's the same pair, but he uses each of them for a different function. That is delightful.
And he knows all of them by heart, and they all just sit next to each other.
No. Oh my God. Have you caught up on The Ultimatum?
I don't watch The Ultimatum at all.
Oh, right. It wasn't you I was having this conversation with. Do you know what this is?
Tell me. Get
Ultimatum,
messy
queer
with
love. Okay.
Sit in a cake about it.
Yes, I shall. That is, yes.
First, make
watching
the
this show emotionally feels like sitting in a cake. There's a lot that goes into it, and it's a big mess all over your ass. So this is the second season that I have watched. There's apparently been straight couples who have done this. That sounds far less entertaining.
Right, because it was a Nick Lachey and Vanessa. It was the people who did Love is Blind, right? They
I don't
made the
think so.
Ultimatum as well?
I don't think so, because the woman who is doing it is just this solo person who I've never heard of with long red hair. But same vibes, probably same producers.
Sure.
I don't even know how to sum this up quickly, but this is the second sapphic season. I don't think there's anyone who uses exclusively they, them in this one, but there were definitely like non-binary, possibly trans folks in the first season. Mm-hmm. Couples that have been together for a long time, or long enough that one person wants to get married and the other person isn't ready yet. In this season, some of them have been together for like 2 years, some have been together for 10 years. And they come on the show, they talk about like why they are or are not ready to get married. Then they effectively break up. Like they agree to break up to find someone else in the group to date. That takes like 5 days. And then they spend 3 weeks in a trial marriage with this new person. And then they go back to their partner for 3 weeks. And they spend 3 weeks with them as though meant to be living as though they were married. So it is, you know, a wild social experiment that I can't imagine anyone who has any background in psychology or sociology could imagine anything good could come out of it except for ratings.
No, it's so awful and
It is
messy.
exclusively for ratings.
Oh no.
But one of the women has, they only talk about it once and then they show them a couple times. They take off their shoes at the door and she has too many. She has too many shoes. She has too many pairs of shoes. Like, you have to step over shoes to get through the front door to get into the kitchen in this one shot because they've just been kicking them off there. And that's the first thing when they like move in together. The one girl says to the other, she's like, well, what do you feel like is going to be the first weird thing that I notice about you? And she was like, it's my shoes. And she was like, yeah, I saw how many you already have out and I saw that there's a whole other bag of them.
Oh no. This is so it borrows a little bit from 90 Day Fiancé in the like, well, I guess we're together.
Yes, indeed.
Total strangers.
Yep.
I'm sure in some cases like the chemistry's crazy, but in most it's bad.
This season's very different. I feel like a lot of people had really hot chemistry for the first season, which then becomes complicated because then you're supposed to go back to your original partner, and a lot of them couldn't get over the fact that things had crossed the line that they had or had not discussed, etc.
Wait, quick interjection question. Do the people who get paired together as a married couple, are they each the partner who wanted to get married in their normal relationship?
No, not necessarily. They throw them all. All together, and everybody has at least one date with everybody else.
Wow.
And it's been mixed. It's definitely been mixed. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, get into it.
It's fascinating. And some of them come into it with like a pretty clear head. Some of them definitely seem to present as more clear-headed with this new person than they have with their old person. Where they're like, suddenly I'm enlightened, and their original partner's like, oh, where was that? Some of them are realizing that they weren't getting treated the way that they wanted to be treated, and sometimes they can handle that, and sometimes they can't. It is what you're thinking. There was a lot more yelling in the first season. There was a lot. There were 2 very volatile people on the last one.
No.
And this one is it's just fascinating. It's just so weird. But my pet peeve with it, and I've discovered something about production, I noticed it in the first 2 episodes. I was like, why are they exclusively drinking out of metal stemware? It bothered me so much because I do not like to drink out of metal cups. The only exception would be a mint julep.
Yes.
And that's usually a straw. Mm-hmm. And then over and over. And I was like, I didn't notice it in the first season at all. But it struck me when they started going to restaurants and suddenly they had them in the restaurants. And I was like, who is this sponsor?
No.
It's so that they can be as footloose and fancy-free with the editing as they want because you can't monitor the level of liquid that's going up or down in the cup.
Can't you just get tumblers? My God.
Or colored glass.
Yeah, right? Oh, no.
I would rather drink out of plastic than drink out of metal.
1,000%. No, it colors the taste. It feels weird on your tongue and your teeth if your teeth hit it.
Yeah.
No. And also, like, the clang upon hitting a surface, you'd imagine that for all the ease it gives you in the edit, it gives you like infinite hiccups.
Audio. One of the couples does make a big deal about putting a tablecloth down beforehand, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah, I bet you. Oh my God, just hear like no, you'll sound like you're in a fucking kitchen.
Yeah, it's honestly, that's for me, that would be worse than the relationship drama, is having to spend 6 weeks drinking out of metal.
No,
Get
so
bent.
Terrible. Oh,
I will break my non-disclosure agreement.
Totally. Should have been in the waiver. Just so you know.
Oh,
we're gonna
for
have
sure.
you drink from the most unpleasant goblet.
I literally have goosebumps right now thinking about it.
Speaking of autism. No. Oh, no.
It is cases like this where I'm like, none of us will ever really fully know what our neurodiversity is.
Sure.
but I'm happy to not be neurotypical when it comes to stuff like overhead lighting and not wanting my teeth to scrape on metal cups. Because I do feel like there are a lot of people who are like, oh, well, it's not my preference, but I'll deal with it or whatever. Whereas I'm like, no.
No.
Turn off that light, put on a lamp.
Absolutely.
And give me a straw.
It's like when the drag queens come in the room when they arrive in their B&B in Tuangfu, and they do that
Yes.
whole like I Dream of Jeannie sequence.
Yes. I do a version of that when I go into hotel rooms now too. I like rearrange the furniture immediately. I try every light so that I can see which one I'm gonna hate. Yeah, it's very funny. I always do that. I figure out like where we're putting the snacks. I moved the whole coffee maker this time. I was like, this is don't use coffee makers from hotels before?
No, you have not.
There's people who like to pee in them. And you'll never know. You'll never know.
No, wait. How did you find this out?
It's Twitter. It's a trend called piss trashing. And it's also why I touch any bus seat that I ever am about to sit that's like, upholstered. I just like, I take my fingertips, because if I'm going to get something, I'm like just my fingertips, I'll be okay. But if I sit down in something that's going to be wet, my life will be ruined.
Are you telling me people piss themselves on the bus on purpose?
Oh, yes.
No.
That is quite what I'm saying.
No, what?
Just don't use a hotel coffee maker. Your face.
I hate it. I've never hated anything more. We just had the most draconian fascist bit of legislation that has ever hit our country
It's
passed,
quite terrible.
and I hate this at least incrementally more.
I mean, the odds are not good that you have gotten a coffee maker someone has pissed in, but they're not zero.
No, they're not zero. No, I hate it. Oh, I hate. What did you say this is called?
Piss trashing.
No. Don't make me Reddit it.
Oh, I bet you can probably find something on Reddit where people are talking about it but not showing videos.
Oh, the videos on
What?
Twitter?
Yes, girl. Twitter's still the free porn Wild West.
I really hate it. Oh, God. One
One of my friends the other day said the funniest thing to me. She was like, so what, this whole thing about having to show ID to watch porn on the internet, what's so bad about that? And I was like, well, that is not a hill I've ever tried to die on. Why are you asking me like that? Like I've been out here in the streets picketing for 14-year-olds to be able to watch porn on their phones. I think it's complicated, and I don't think there's ever going to be a good way to regulate it. And just like anything else, if people really want to see it, they're going to find it on the black market or dark web or whatever we're calling it now.
Yeah.
I can't say that it would hurt to make some stuff a little...
Right?
At least make the kids learn a skill to find it.
Yeah. I mean, the people who really want to find it are always going to be able to find it. If we think about us in our youth, right? I mean, a little more you than me, because by me, but you had to do a download. You had to download something of really creepy, questionable origin.
Oh, yeah.
You
risked blowing up your family's computer.
Humongously. You really had to gamble hardcore.
Or
on
a computer in the computer lab at school.
Yes, exactly. So, like, the hoops that you had to jump through were scary enough that you had to really, really be willing to commit. And I don't think that would be an inappropriate barrier anymore, because the fact that it's just, I mean, it feels like the ease has made people all the more apathetic. I mean...
Yeah, I can see that argument.
I feel like
I think
porn has
that
done that.
I think people are desensitized, for sure.
Yes.
I can't say that that's all bad.
No, I'm sure in some ways it's great. It's also kind of sad, though.
I mean, Germany is light years ahead of us where this kind of stuff is concerned, and they're
fair.
fine.
Yes.
You know, arguably more unusual tastes than we have, but
Definitely.
they're not like, I don't even know what I was going to say. Their society has not crumbled.
Yeah. That's fair. I wonder, I want a, I don't tend to think about it a lot. I wonder what it is. I wonder what it is very specifically about like the American porn experience that feels so bleak and sapped of its soul or interest.
Well, I think that's why it's important to pay for porn, because then you can find the stuff that isn't soulless and where people, like, you can never truly tell when somebody is coerced or whatever category of doesn't really want to be there.
Yes.
You'll never know. But I think the odds are much more likely if it's like farm to table, for lack of better.
That's right. Get yourself some artisanal porn.
Yes, absolutely. Pay your content creators.
Farm to table.
I mean, we've all seen that porn.
So good. I went away for the 4th. It was so nice.
Yeah, where did you go?
So, it's I went down the shore, but like just enough removed. Did not technically go to the shore at all. Went like just inland enough to have a reasonable price tag.
Sure.
And to not have and to not just be like thrust into thousands and thousands of people. But like stayed at a hotel that does like a really nice job of walking the line between plain old hotel and like old world resort.
Okay, cute.
Which I like very much.
Nice.
And oh god, Jory got the worst sunburn I have ever seen in my whole life.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's so bad. And I feel like I have failed in being that hen in the Robin Hood Disney movie.
Oh.
Because I have always been like, hey, Jory, you should probably reapply. And it's like 50-50 that they'll be like, no, I'm fine. I feel comfortable with my decisions. Or sometimes they'll be like, oh, yeah. But I've really been trying to, like, let people just do their own shit.
Sure.
And so I was like, Jory will make the choice. I saw Jory re-up, but I did not realize that they didn't apply on their shoulders.
Oh, no.
And it's the shoulders. Oh, Lillian, it's staggering.
I have had that level of sunburn before, and it is bad.
It's so bad. And I conversely, because if you take me into a pool outside, which is so sad at this point. Well, no, it's not, because I reserve my cute suits for like after 4 p.m.
Sure. Yeah.
Right? Or like very early in the morning, I will wear a cute suit. But if it is between the hours of like 9 in the morning and 3 p.m., I am out there in a full coverage rash guard, zipped all the way up to my Mormon neck.
Yep. And a hat. I've seen you.
And a full hat. And I also hid under a pool float. And so I was out there, and I was kind of amazed, given how badly Jory got burned. I was kind of amazed that I got off as well as I did, because it was my first time really putting my rash guard through her paces, but I didn't have any sunscreen on underneath it. Anywhere that I was covered, I didn't have anything. And I, like, my freckles came out. That's it.
Cute.
Yeah, but, like, we were out in the sun, in the water, for, like, 3 hours. And
wow.
Jory was like, oh no, I realize this is my failure, but I also thought you would have insisted we go in sooner. And I was like, yeah, but I put on all these things so I wouldn't be the buzzkill, you know?
Yeah,
Because
that's
I
really
know
funny.
that you're like, you only want to go in the water after the sun has started to set. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm made of rice paper and so are you. Like, this is not a singular issue. So poor Jory.
This is a fire hazard issue.
Wow, 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 wow. It is,
Oh,
yeah,
Angel.
it's intense. I know. I know. And Jory's like, could you not make those sounds when you put the aloe on me? Because my face crinkles up and I'm like, oh.
Oh, yeah, because you're not used to someone's skin being lava hot.
No, and
Aw.
it's so visceral for me because I've never had a blistering burn, which is what it is. I've never had a blistering burn, but I have spent my whole life stubbornly this color. Like, I do not tan. I cannot tan. And so any efforts whatsoever that I've ever made to be out in the sun and just like try it, I'm only going to emerge like a lobster. And I, have spent so much of my childhood and my 20s getting fucking sunburned. One of the last bad times was like my college graduation. Because they force you to fucking be outside and you don't even think about it. You're like, I'm graduating, and then you're like, holy shit, why do I look like this?
I think so many more people have a higher sun sensitivity than anyone thinks about. And anytime where I see a group of people standing out in a field, I'm just like, who decided this? Who? And I don't mean for like ultimate frisbee, right? You know what you're getting into. That's fine. You did this to yourself.
Yes.
But yeah, Don when he was in Denver one time at a conference, somebody had taken all of their work people outside to a unshaded field for lunch. And he took a picture and he was like, look at this. And I was like, absolutely, I would quit. I would quit that job before I would have that lunch.
Immediately. What are they thinking?
I walked around
my
with an umbrella
God.
in Denver the whole time. Like, and
Good job.
our hotel was about a 13-minute walk from where we needed to go. And a big chunk of that was, there was also a there was a Comic-Con that wasn't called Comic-Con.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Comic-Con is a branded name.
Yes.
So Fan Expo is what it was called.
Okay.
Was also in the expo center with us. So they were going in through one set of doors and we were going in through another and then having to walk through the entire building behind the like armpit of the building to get to the theater where all of our stuff was. I kid you not. It was a 5 to 7 minute walk, depending on how long your legs were and how fast you were walking. If I was just taking a mosey, it was about 6.5 minutes from the door to the theater.
Wow. Yikes. Uh-huh.
That's a full city block in New York, like east to
Easy.
west.
Yes, right.
Anyway, it was a very fun crossover having all of those nerds there.
Horny nerds meeting horny nerds.
And one of the people was like, "Oh, I popped over and went to the other one too. I'm bi-nerdle or something," I think she said.
Great. Oh my God.
But yeah, I walked up to someone because I didn't realize I couldn't get into the side door. And so there were a bunch of people on the loading dock having cigarettes. They looked like they worked for the center. And I said, "Hey, do you know how I get into the theater?" And I pointed at the theater that was right behind us that said Belco Theater. Mm-hmm. And they were like, "Oh, I mean, you see the people in the line over there." And I was like, "No, I'm not trying to get to that event. There's another event that's right here." And they were like, "Well, that's the line." And I was like, "Okay, you don't work here." Like,
Oh my God.
all you had to say was, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Oh,
But
I hate that shit.
But what's funny is I was trying to come up with, I'm not here for the Fan Expo, I'm here for the barbershop. And I couldn't get it out because I was like, I'm not with those nerds. I'm with those nerds. I'm trying to find those nerds over there. Wrong nerds.
Yes, I realize the Venn diagram is almost a perfect circle.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm
However,
sure there were a couple of people short-circuiting to be in such close proximity and not have the time to
definitely.
go.
I saw something on the internet the other day that was. Did I send it to you? I might have sent it to you. I might have sent it to Gabby. It was this woman holding up a necklace she had made, and it had a pendant, and dropping down the pendant was like pewter, and it was a figure. And her caption, her super, was like, someone asked me if this was a religious figure, and it's Pee Wee Herman doing his Pee Wee dance.
Oh my God. Not no.
Not no. Definitely not. At least a saint.
That's like, oh God, that's like when I went to go see the movie Camp with my dad about music nerd camp, musical theater.
I would like this whole story, please. Alan went with you to see Camp?
Yes,
Oh my God,
to
oh
like
my God,
the
yes.
Angelica or something. Like, yeah, it was at an indie theater. You know, I have many complaints, but one of them is not a lack of effort when I got to New York. Like, he really tried to make up for lost time and was
I love
happy.
that.
He was truly happy to spend time with me, no matter how weird the thing was that we were going to be doing together, or not his brand. And in that movie, there's a scene where one of the kids has a picture of Stephen Sondheim by his bed. And the other kid goes, "Is that your dad?" And then the other kid just looks at him like he's an idiot. And it's never explained. It's simply a sight gag. So then my dad leaned over and goes, "How did he know that was his dad?"
Oh!
And I was like, that was not his dad.
That's perfect.
It was so cute.
Oh my God, I love it. Oh. Wow, they could not have planned that better. That's so good.
Man, I feel like I had one more big story.
Was it Bounce
for you.
House? Were you going to
Oh,
to
yeah.
confess about Bounce House? Yeah.
Bounce House at Coney Island was fantastic. Although we were not entirely sold out, it was a very full crowd. Like, we only had a few tickets left. It was incredible. And we had some people who walked in off the street who watched the first half and then did not come back for the second half. And we had people who walked in at intermission and were so thrilled to be there. And then one of them won, we auctioned off some pasties. And they bid.
Oh, those cute ones, the rainbow ones
Yes,
that you showed me. Yes.
So yeah, somebody who had never been to a burlesque show before was like, "I have to have those." So it was really adorable. Yeah, my new act went really well.
What did you do?
Somebody, as we were doing our group picture beforehand, somebody did, I don't know how she didn't realize that her entire weight of her foot was on my foot for a sustained amount of time. But I got stomped on before I put my feet in my boots, and my movements suffered.
Oh, no.
It's okay. By the end of the night, it was okay, but I was worried that one of my tiny little bones along the top was hurt.
Shit.
I was just bruised. It was that mommy issues act that I had put together. So there's not a lot of, you hear daddy and zaddy all the time, right? Like, oh, big daddy energy. Oh, what a zaddy. There is a female equivalent of that does not get the same mainstream
Totally.
status.
Right.
And so I was putting together an act that was specifically for the Butch Femme group that my friend runs. So I was trying to gear it specifically towards pride and something sapphic. I don't want you to go on Spotify and just put in the word mommy or mommy issues. I don't want you to do that. Because there is apparently, and this is something that's been bubbling up, I did not listen to any of these things because I did not want to wreck my Spotify algorithm. But there's stuff on there that's like, let's listen to mommy's farts to get... timing was impeccable.
I told you that was going to be the best future gift.
Oh, my sweet wounded Jesus.
Spotify algorithm.
There were tracks like Mommy Issues and probably something that said Big Mommy Energy, and then one or two that were like, let's listen to Mommy's sweet farts together.
What? No. How does it go so headlong into deep kink so quickly?
Yeah.
Deep kink.
Well, I think there is just like a wilder taboo around the term mommy versus daddy.
Yeah. When
it comes to that, as like, and it's just not very mainstream. But anyway, I found like the 3 mommy centered pop songs that I could find, like literally 3 that sounded any good to use, and I wovened them together with my GarageBand skills.
Nice.
And it's just an act with like a black pleather dress and a big boa. Yeah, it was really simple. I let myself take some time with it. I did like a little spoken word thing at the beginning that I wasn't really sure how it was going to go, but it went really well. Yeah, the whole show was great.
Well, fuck buddies, it's been a real good time today.
That actually sounds less like a rubber chicken and more like I had a baby doll, like a Madame Alexander doll when I was little, and if you tipped her, she would cry. Yes, and her eyes would open and close. That's what it sounds like to me.
That same function of like the cow jar where you tip it over and it goes meow.
Yes. Like
so good.
Like a rain stick, but for moose.
Yeah, totally. Oh my god. Hooray. I love you so much, Lillian Bustle.
I love you, Jen Ponton.
And we
never even did an intro.
No, this was all the fucks.
This was all the fucks. You get it.
A podcast about being horny nerds who care a lot about a lot of shit.
And sometimes accidentally make cow noises. You can see how that might break the mood of a kink party, though, right?
That's it. That's the button, baby.